Now we're going on the fourth, properties of exponents or law of exponents, however you want to call it. Now, in this case, we have A and B. So we can have two numbers or two variables inside the parentheses and two an exponent. Now, everything in the parentheses must be affected by the exponent. So you want to do A to the m times B to the m. That's one. Now, when you have something like this, let's see, you have x to the third and y to the 2, right? So, and this is going to be A to the n and then to the m, right? So this is exponent to an exponent. So it's going to be A to the n and then times m. And then B to the p and then times m. Okay? Remember, everything in the parentheses is affected by the exponent. Now, for example, let's do some examples. So, for example, we have 4 and then times 5 and then 2 the second power. This is the same thing as having 4 to the second power times 5 to the second power. And this is the same thing as having 16 times 25. And this will give you 400. Another way to do this, 4 times 5 to the second power is 4 times 5 is going to be 20 to the second power. And 20 to the second power is 20 times 20. And this is the same thing as having 2 times 2 is going to be 4. And we have 2 zeros. There you go, 400. Now, if you were to have 2 times 3 to the second power, this is the same thing as having 6. 3 times 2 will be 6 to the second power. Now, 6 times 6 or 6 times 6 will be equals to 36. In the event that we put variables in here, for example, you have x times y and then to the 5th power. This can be written as x to the 5th, y to the 5th. Now, if you were to have x to the second, y to the second, and then to the 5th power, so this will be x to the second times 5, and then times y to the second, and then times 5, which is the same thing as having x to the 10, y to the 10. And there is nothing else we can do in that, so it stays like that. So let's see one more example. So for example, if I have 3, x, y, and z, and this is to the 3rd power. Now, remember what I said, everything in the parentheses is affected by the exponent. So in this particular case, it's going to be 3 to the 3rd, x to the 3rd, y to the 3rd, and z to the 3rd. Every one of those elements must be to the exponent of the 3rd power. So it's going to be 3 to the 3rd, x to the 3rd, y to the 3rd, z to the 3rd. And 3 to the 3rd is 3 times 3 times 3, which will be 27, x to the 3rd, y to the 3rd, z to the 3rd power. Okay, so let's do the next one on the next video. Thank you.